Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Stephen T and I am a makeup artist here in New York and clearly here on YouTube as well. In today's video, we are living my purple fantasy and giving you two different Prince tribute looks. This is not a product review video. I am simply using some of my favorite products here to create both of these iconic Prince inspired looks for you all. I hope it's something you're interested in seeing. We have his typical sultry smoldering eye with my own little When Doves Cry teardrop, and then we have an homage to his purple suit, the guitar, the motorcycle, Purple Rain, his muses, Vanity, Sheila E. We have a little bit of that with a glammed out purple smoky eye. So I hope you guys are interested in seeing that. And if you are, please, you should know by now, keep on watching and yeah, that. As you saw in the intro, by the end of this video, we will end up with two iconic tribute looks to Prince. One will be more of his, pretty much what you saw him wear, that kind of sultry, smoldering eyeliner, a bit of a defined crease, maybe a little bit of a shimmer, and that's pretty much it. However, I will personally throw in my own little artistic twist, as when I worked with MAC Cosmetics, we did Prince Day on his birthday. Thank you to my former manager for allowing me to do that. She was definitely, well, is rather a Prince fan, and I created looks that pretty much were patterned off of all of his songs that had to do with colors. And for the gentleman that I worked with who would just do a little bit of something when it came to makeup, I did his smoldering eyeliner with the iconic purple teardrop from the When Doves Cry music video. So that is what we will do on my left eye, and on the right will be more color, more of a tribute to his iconic purple shades, his purple suit, and something a bit more on the more effeminate side, even catering to his muses like Sheila E, Vanity. We're gonna go there. So we're gonna jump right in. We'll start with the left eye first. To start on the more natural eye for Prince, I'm gonna go in with the Nubian by Juvia's Place. She is a gorgeous neutral. We got some warm tones, we got some cool tones. A little bit of everything definitely works for everyone. Got a nice fluffy brush from Hank and Henry. My crease is already, my lid's rather, already prepped and primed and ready to go. So I'm just gonna dive right in with this shade here for a nice neutral transition. Just very soft, nothing too crazy. Again, Prince always had a very natural kind of look to the eye, just something very, very sultry and kind of carved out. So we're not gonna go too hard with the transition shades, but still give you something you can see. So that transition shade is carved out, as you can see. Again, nothing too harsh. And I'm just gonna go in with the same brush right here with a bit of a deeper shade, just to kind of hollow it out a bit further. Again, nothing too dramatic. Just a little bit right there. And I think I may actually halo out my eyelid just a little bit. Again, this is all for sculpting. We're not trying to be too dramatic, as my contact lens is moving around so much. Okay, there you go. See, nothing too harsh, but I will bump it up a little bit further with just a tiny bit of this shade here. Same brush, no fuss, really simple look. This is definitely a look you can do any day, definitely something for anyone. But if you are a male makeup artist, a male makeup enthusiast, or just someone who just loves makeup in general, and you want a look, but not a look, you can definitely do this. You know, this is great for every day. Again, as I said, definitely one of my go-tos when I'm rushing to work or I'm just too tired from one shift too many or from one gig too many, but I still want to look like I did something today. All right, and just soften up that edge right there. Nice and simple. I may do a little bit of a shimmer, just very little, but it'll be right in the inner corner. We will do that at the end, but for the most part, the lid and crease are done. We can stop right there. Again, Prince did not do all this drama in the eye, so we're not gonna go too ham. I am gonna smoke everything out on the bottom coming up next. So using a more tapered brush here, I'm just gonna go back in with both of these two transitional shades. I'm actually gonna grab them both at the same time and just have at it. And just kind of bring this full circle, if you can see that there. Gonna grab a bit more of the deeper one just for the outer corner and really just kind of wrap that right around. This is literally like a 5-minute smoky eye, which is why I love a look like this. I know to some it may look like it requires a lot of effort to do something like this, but it really doesn't. At the end, I'm just gonna grab a little bit more of that really deeper shade just for the outer. We're not going to bring it all the way because we are still going to wear some black eyeliner to really define and bring everything out. Just like that, and then I'll just lightly bring that up so we don't have any harsh lines. And there we go. Pretty much this eye is ready to go. It just needs some black eyeliner and some mascara just to finish it off. Off camera, I did a little bit of white eyeliner just to open up my inner corner. It was a product that I have used on the channel before, so I didn't need to really feature it. Plus, I unfortunately do not have a white eyeliner by a black owned and operated business, so we're not trying to feature them either. Moving forward, we are going to do some iconic black eyeliner for Prince with the Juvia's Place Nubian eyeliner pencil, and this is the shade Kajal, which is their true black. So here we go, right in the waterline. Too lazy to grab my beauty sponge. Do not come for me. Sorry. Just gonna really define that. As you can see, it's actually a true black, and I'm very happy about that. Got a little bit of a eyeliner nugget right in my eye, but we got that out. Just one more layer because I do want it to be a little smudgy. And then I'm just going to very lightly come under this white. Just like that. Off camera, I'm just going to do my top waterline. We don't need to see that because that's a painful experience. BRB. And we're back. Off camera, I did just throw on a little bit of mascara just to bring the lashes out. Liner is set and ready, and I'm just going to smudge it a little bit with that darker shade right over here. Got a nice dense brush. This liner, actually my first time using it, and I like it. Felt great, really went on very smoothly. So definitely happy about that. And we're just gonna smudge this a little bit just to give us that kind of smoldering effect that he's definitely known for. And again, just slightly bringing a little bit of that shadow right into my outer corner there. And that is it. The final step for this eye will be the When Doves Cry teardrop. And I'm gonna show you how I do it. So unfortunately, in my hunt for a really good purple cream or purple liquid lipstick, I could not find one by any black owned and operated businesses that I can get here in time. However, I do have this, which is by Colored Rain. This is the shade Blueprint. It is limited edition, so I'm sorry it may no longer be available, but I love these types of bluish purpley shades and I had to personally have it. So I'm gonna use this as a base for the teardrop. And then I'm going to layer it with purple shades from Juvia's Place from another palette that I will be using for this smoky eye. So here we are. If you can see that, please hit up Colored Rain on their Instagram and check out their website. They have some really cute stuff. Just going to grab a little bit of an angled brush. Well, first, let me deposit it onto my hand. It has a really nice iridescence, which is what I want. I do want the teardrop to be kind of shimmery. So that'll work just right for me. Okay, got that a little bit of an angled brush. First time you're seeing me get graphic on here, so let's hope I do this right. It's been a minute since I've drawn a teardrop. All right, so just gonna start right over here. I do like that it reads very purple on my skin, not so much blue. And it dries down pretty quick, which is great. So that means when I do the eyeshadow on top, it'll have something to stick to, which is what we're going for. Just using the tip of that angled brush just to round it out. Now, it doesn't have to be completely opaque. Again, this is more of a glossy kind of texture, but we're going to put eyeshadow on top of it. So I just want that base for something to stick to. I got this idea from the When Doves Cry music video. I always loved that moment rather, where the eye just kind of cried, that purple teardrop. So I thought it'd be kind of cute to have that in a tribute look. All right, so that is done. I'm not gonna add any more and get it all messy. Next up, we're gonna add some eyeshadow on top to seal it down. To finish off the iconic When Doves Cry teardrop, I grabbed the Violets from Juvia's Place. Absolutely love this palette. It has every type of purple that I am actually obsessed with. So I am totally here for it. I'm gonna start with a little bit of this shade right over here. Using the same brush, I already dried it off camera. Just picking up some of that shade, and we're just going to pack it on. See that? Now I do have to dry the brush a little bit each time because the gloss is actually still a little bit moist. Sorry if I made you cringe at the word, but I actually love the word moist. All right, so there you have it. I am gonna just touch up the bottom a little bit more. Perfect. Now I have the teardrop the way I want it. Hopefully you guys can see that. Do you like it? Do you love it? Watch the When Doves Cry video if you've never actually clocked the teardrop, but yes. So this eye is completely done. Next up with the violets, we're gonna get a bit glam on the next eye. You ready? All right, we are back, and I'm sure by now some of you are probably wondering, why isn't he using the Urban Decay Prince collection in this video? Two reasons. One, despite pre-ordering it and having them take my $250 for the vault in 2.5 seconds, it's allegedly back-ordered. So I've yet to receive it, which definitely ruined my Prince theme photo session that I was going to do for his actual birthday. So there went that. Two, as far as video is concerned, I decided to dedicate all of June to Black-owned and operated businesses only, with the exception of my Pride video, which is going to be category inclusivity, which will include everyone. But yeah, so neither Urban Decay nor their parent company L'Oreal are Black owned and operated, so they can have several seats. That is why we are not featuring the collection. I physically don't have it. And two, she ain't black. And this month is hashtag buy black. Moving on. The violets from Juvia's Place. We're gonna get some purple all up in this eye. I hope you guys are ready. My eye is primed and ready to go. Really quick, just to have a bit of a transition moment, because there's no neutrals in that violet palette, which I'm totally fine with, by the way. I am just gonna reach back into the Nubian and grab this one and just get a little bit of a shape. We are going to keep it round just so that I really don't have two very distinct eyes. So I'm just going to throw this all up in there, up to the brow bone a little bit, and just kind of buff that out just so we have, again, a nice fade once I start with all the purples. Transitions on, let's get on to the violet palette. For the most part, the violet palette by Juvia's Place is all shimmer, which is okay. Typically not my thing, but it's okay for this kind of a look. I am going to start with this shade right over here, which is what I used to set the teardrop, and it is actually the only, oh no, these two are the only two matte shades. So I'm going to start with this one first and build it up. We are going to do a halo moment. And I'm going to start just right here. Okay, nice and subtle, which is okay with me. Again, I do want to build this up because we are going to add some shimmer. And I am kind of packing it right into my crease, if you can see that. We're going to go right into the inner corner as well. I am trying to leave that really small spot right here open because I do want to put a highlight right in there. All right, definitely liking that so far. It is soft, but present. You can definitely see it. I'm seeing it in my mirror. I'm seeing it here on camera, so I'm pretty sure you guys can see it at home as well. And I am using a pretty fluffy brush, so it is depositing it pretty softly, which is okay. When you want to build something up, definitely use something on the fluffier side. If you want it more opaque, go smaller, go dense. I hope that makes sense. If not, I will show you guys in a second. I am just going to put that down and soften the edges with that brush that had that neutral shade from the Nubian. Not going to soften them too much because I still want that purple to be purple. All right, next up, I am going to grab a more denser brush to accentuate with these two shades right here and really define that halo out before I pop this little guy right in the center for the halo moment. All right, we are back. I have a nice smaller brush. By the way, I know I really don't speak too much about the brushes that I use. I try to here and there when it comes to plugging them. I may have to do a whole video on brushes alone because I have a lot. But I will say, first off, this is by Smith Cosmetics. Their brushes are ridiculous. I know a lot of companies have two pieces with the ferrule and the handle. This is all one piece. One solid piece, and you can definitely feel the difference holding it. It's very Harry Potter moment, sorry, but trust me, invest in high quality brushes. If you are someone who's more on the makeup artist side as opposed to a makeup lover, trust me, go for it, invest in it. If you're a makeup lover and you got the coin, honey, go for it. Smith Cosmetics. We're going to jump right in now. I am going to grab first this shade right here because it is matte. See that? A little bit goes a long way, but I want to start small first just to build it up. See that? That's what we want to see. I am packing it in first into that crease before I kind of buff and move it around because I really want that to be defined. And then I'm going to add the shimmer right on top of it. I know we really do not put shimmers in the crease, but I'm going to do whatever I want. Okay, a little bit more, and now we're going to go in the inner corner. Just like that. We're gonna blend it. Don't worry. I know that looks crazy. Trust the process. And I am bringing it down a little bit onto the eyelid. Again, we are doing more of a halo, kind of a smoky eye here. Oh, my contact lens hates me. All right, so there you have it. Now I'm gonna take that other brush that had the other purple shade. Actually, no, that's the wrong one. Where did it go? Here it is. And just softly blend that out. So we still see that neutral transition shade, and we still have that rich smokiness from that deep purple. I love these types of purples specifically because for the most part, with the exception of this guy right over here, they are more on the grayish bluish base, which on my complexion looks like purple, as opposed to other purple shades that are more red. They look like a bruise or like I got a hickey on my eye, which is just weird. But you get where I'm going with this. Like, this is undeniably purple, whereas other shades would look like I got punched in the face, and we're not trying to do that. Now that the crease is laid down, it's nice and defined, and everything's been buffed and blended, I am going to go in with this shade right over here. I'm going to do the finger method first. You know that's my favorite when it comes to shimmery shades. Hello. And we're just going to pack that right in the center. Pretty much like you kind of want to match where your iris is, where your, you know, your eye. Again, my contact lens hates me because it's feeling all the tapping motion. I'm sorry. But there you go. We are getting the shimmer that I want. I'll get in a little close, look down for you. And I will do a wet brush just to really pop it out as well. But I just really wanted to go in with the finger because it also helps blend it into the shadows that we have sandwiching it, basically, without having to use a brush, which will then just take away from the deeper shades that we have. But either way, I'm just going to go back in a little bit with that darker shade here, just to reinforce just a little bit right there and right there. Dust off a little bit of the pigment and then just blend those edges with the same brush. So you're not really taking away and that shimmer is still there doing some work. Next, I'm gonna grab a flat brush, spray with some setting spray and apply that highlight shade wet. Here we are, flat brush, Beauty Bakery, Spray Your Grace, setting spray, setting mist, I should say. I did the blooper again, didn't I? Anyway, now she's nice and wet. We're gonna pick up that shimmery shade right there. Got it on. And just right dead center. You can bring a little bit of it into those deeper shades, but you wanna focus the bulk of your product right in the center. That's the whole point of the halo eye moment. Perfect. Again, that Smith brush with a bit of that deeper shade just on the edges. Very gently. Again, we don't want any harsh lines. We just want everything to kind of blend into each other. And I will go up and over right there. Just like that. Nothing too crazy. Don't want to lose that shimmer. Don't want to lose that purple. And I just lost my brush. Next up, we're going to smoke out everything on the bottom. I decided to grab that smaller brush we used last time to smoke everything on this eye. And again, going in with that transition shade one more time, just so we have, like I said, a transition. And we're just going to start here, really soft, just to have a bit of a fade. And then we're going to go right back with the Violets palette. Here we are, back with our first matte shade right over here. And just try to keep it as tight to the lash line as possible. See, we're not trying to bring a smoky eye all the way down to like the cheeks. Perfect. And now with a even more dense brush, I'm gonna grab that really dark shade right here and just wrap that around from the outer. I'm actually gonna take it from the inner corner as well, just a little. I'll leave the center nice and bright, which is fine with me. Yeah, just like that. That's what we wanna see. I am doing more of a packing motion because I want that color to be pretty strong. And with that softer brush, just on the edges, again, we're not trying to take away from it, but I want a distinct difference between this and this guy here. As I get eyeshadow in my eye. All right, next up, I'm just gonna finish it off with the Juvia's Place Nubian eye pencil and some mascara, and I'll be right back. To finish up both eyes, now that liner and mascara are done, I'm just gonna go back into that Nubian palette and grab a little bit of this one right over here. It's pretty shiny and shimmery. I'm actually gonna mix it with this one here, just for a bit of a highlight, just right in the inner corner. Again, nothing dramatic. He did have some moments where he had a bit of a shimmer in the inner corner, but we're not trying to really pop it out because that wasn't his thing, his look, so to speak. But I'm just adding this for a little extra pop and definition because I'm not going to do my usual highlighting on the skin because highlighting wasn't a thing back in the 80s or even the early 90s. So there's no need to do that kind of take on it right now. It's all about the eyes in this video. That's it, nice and cute. The last thing I'm gonna do is my lips, which I'm really just gonna use more of a lip oil just to make them nice and juicy, which was how his lips were, very juicy, a little bit of nude, kind of non-existent gloss. So I will just do that. For the lip, as you saw in my last video, I'm just gonna jump right back into Beauty Bakery with the Enchanted Jelly Lip Gloss. Just a little bit. Again, it's just to enhance the lip. And that is it. The look is done. Of course, we are going to set it. Spray your grace. Seriously, it makes me want to bake. This smells so good. All right, next up, my final thoughts. Obviously, this was not a product review video. Again, like I said, I do not physically have the Urban Decay Prince collection. And again, they are not a Black-owned and operated business, which is the focus of all my videos for the month of June. With that said, I wanted to do this for Prince's birthday, which as this video airs, was just days ago. His birthday is June 7th. This video is airing on June 11th, so there you go there. I have been a Prince fan since I was a child. There will actually be a link below to a podcast that I recently did with a good friend of mine and someone I actually work for, however you want to put it. His name is Trance Smith. He is an amazing recording artist and just an overall the most beautiful soul I've ever met. He swears he's the older me, and I can kind of agree. But anyway, we did touch on my inspirations as a kid, and Prince is definitely one of them. My first exposure to Prince was in the 1989 Batman movie, as he did most of the soundtrack, and my favorite music video was that for Bat Dance, where he comes out half Joker, half Batman. It was just epic, and my first real, just completely Prince moment as far as music video was When Doves Cry, and that's actually one of my all-time favorite songs 30 plus years later. So I just had to do a Prince tribute video. And two, purple's my favorite color, so hi. It had to happen. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. I know it was a quick video because it was just eyes, but hey, we had some fun here. I love how everything came out. This is definitely, again, something you would see me doing, either one of these eyes, to be completely honest. So there is that. On my makeup Instagram and my makeup Twitter, you may see some photos posted soon of looks using the Urban Decay Prince collection, because I really do want to use it. I bought it, honestly, just to collect it, but I will use the product, so stay tuned for some photos from there. As always, thank you so much for watching. It was a lot of fun having this Prince tribute moment. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, like, leave a comment, leave a fun Prince memory, your favorite song, whatever you want to do. Totally here for it. I would love to hear what you guys have to say, or read what you guys have to say, rather. Above all, do not forget to toll the bell to be notified whenever I upload a brand new video, and feel free to follow me on social media at Makeup by Stephen T on Instagram and Twitter. I will post the teasers to the videos, looks, photos, me working backstage on set, yada yada yada. You will see a little bit of everything there. And with that said, that's pretty much it on this video. You should know the drill by now, and if you don't, you're gonna learn today. Whatever it is you're doing, be good or be good at it. Bye, everyone.